the start of another little job. Inside here is the electrical intake. Problem is at the moment is this door sill at the bottom. So as you can see, it's in really bad condition. So it's absolutely crumbled. So the plan is to remove the door sill and replace it with a new one. I ordered a 2 metre length because basically that's what I need, a 2 metre length. When I got in and it had been delivered, I measured it off and they've delivered just over 3 metres here, so a 3 metre length. This, I've marked it up already, so I've measured it off, so 2.2 metres, which is what we need. So I'm going to cut that. That leaves just over a metre there, because I think this was 3.3. So it'll leave just over a metre, which will be returned to Travis Perkins to get the money taken off the bill. I'm going to cut this by hand. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a nice clean cut, a little bit of sanding, that's all. We've got our piece of wood, it's cut to the right length now. So it's all ready to install, but it would be easier before we install it to prep it. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a rub down with some sandpaper, and then we're going to undercoat it with a water-based primer and undercoat. Once we've given that a couple of coats, we're going to gloss it. With the sanding, I'm going to start at one end, work the way all the way down, flip it over and go back again. Okay, that's really it done. Before we start the painting, a paint tray, always handy to decant a little bit of paint out. We don't need to use the whole thing. A brush. With this, it's more for spreading evenly, make drips and things. We're going to use actually a roller to do it, but a brush is always handy to have. A cloth in case there's any spillages or just wiping up. Something to open the tin with. In this case, I've just got a little an old scraper, and something to mix the paint with. Right, so what we do, I've just loosened this already. Let's just open that. So gently just give that a stir up. Once we're happy that it's nicely mixed, back to where it should be, then we're going to decant a little bit of that into there. We can always come back and get more if we need to. Going to take a little bit of that, so we can use our brush to just clean that down. Okay, and now we're going to start painting. Okay, so that's about 15-20 minutes. We've let this sit now, and it's touch dry. So what we're going to do is flip it and coat the underside, and anywhere else there was a little bit light there, so we're going to go over that. So another 20 minutes has passed, and I've given this side a coat, so I'm just going to turn it over and recoat the other side, the top side again. There we go, that's all coated in. This is our tin of gloss. It's a white one coat gloss. Despite the fact that it's one coat, I am going to give it a couple of coats. It was sealed down with a bit of masking tape. And then we're going to see if we can open the lid. So we're going to gloss this side of the wood so that I can see that it's had a really good coat and make sure everything is nicely covered. I'm going to work my way around and go back down the other side, paying particular attention to the ends because they're the part where the wood's been cut that are more liable to soak in any water. Once the water gets in, the wood starts rotting. So that's what we're trying to prevent. Hello and welcome to what is a little bit of a drizzly day, but what we're going to do now is we're going to remove the old door sill down here and then get the area cleaned up ready for the new door sill to go in. Weather's not being very kind to us, it's pouring down now. Right, so first thing we're going to do is get rid of the old door sill here. So literally just rip it out. Hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, look at that, straight out. Having now secured the frame, I can take out this for underneath. I've got a bit more of the rubbish inside. Ooh, bugs, lots of bugs. And I can gather all my rubbish up now, so that's the big bits. I've got a bucket here and a dustpan and brush to pick up the rest. What I'm going to do now, before we actually put the seal in, is I'm going to put some mastic through here to seal the bottom, and I've got some membrane to go over there first before we put the seal on top of that and then slide it in. We're going to put some mastic along the bottom here, so just to help to seal it all. Nice line of mastic. Not a lot of space in here, I can't work outside because of the rain. That way, and up there, around there, and that's it. Let's run out of mastic. Perfect. Right, so I've got this, which is like a membrane. We're going to actually fold this in half. Yeah, so I'll have a mastic up. I'm sorry if there's a lot of noise in the background. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm out near the road, and we do normally get quite a bit of traffic, but there seems to be absolutely bundles of traffic. I don't know if there's been an accident or something at the top of the road. So we just need to cut this down a little bit. can stick that down on the mastic. This membrane idea was a little bit of an afterthought, really. It was when I was thinking about ways of protecting the wood. Right, so the next thing to do, we hope, oh dear, is to try and fit me door sill, right, door frame, door sill under there, goes in there, and it should, we hope, tap forward. Take me hammer and hit on there. It is very tight at that end. Going in perfectly at this end. Oh, there it goes. It's possible there's something underneath this one. There's a little bit of wood there sticking out, which is just catching it a bit. Hopefully we'll get past that. That's in, it's level both ends. We are going to put some screws down that way into that frame, that end and that end. For that I've got some 2-inch screws and my battery drill. And we're going to put 3, I think. Oop. Right. That's that done. What we're going to do now on this door, there is a drop bolt. So we're going to get this door in position. Top bolt in. So straight, that's it. And we're going to mark where the bolt goes. By basically just drawing around it. Open that again. And I'm going to go and get a bigger drill bit, because one I've got is big enough. Drill a big hole for that, but I'm only going to go in about halfway down the frame, and then underneath from the bottom of that I'm then going to drill a fixing into the ground, into the concrete. That will help pull the frame, the sill down a little bit, but also will help it so it won't move in the middle. So I've got the drill bit, which is a 16mm spade bit, and we're looking at going about halfway down there. So that's it, just enough so we can sit that bolt in there, and then from there halfway down I'm going to try and drill down into the concrete. I think it was what's happening is all the dust is fallen back in and blocked the hole up again. That's it, so that's all secure, and also that will lock because that was where the bolt goes. So there we have it, that's the door sill done. So we've given it 2 coats, we've cut it to size, we've given it 2 coats of
fixed and
coat,
secure,
2 coats of gloss completely,
and we'll make sure the doors close, and then
we've stripped out the old, put down some mastic, we've put a sheet underneath it, membrane, and we've fitted it on top. It's nice and tightly fitted. We've screwed it down on the ends, we've drilled and screwed it into the centre, and we know the door's shut, which I'm going to do in a second. So thank you very much for watching.